Welcome to part 23. Now, I've stopped the whole training sequence because I want to get on with this game, and we're going to do so in this video. Now, I've known some people to actually continue on with the training sequence, and it would require you to visit areas of the game out of order if you were playing the game in exact order. So yeah, you can get the big sword before you get to the first dungeon as an adult. So that's nice. Anyway, I'm gonna make a little quick trip to Lon Lon Ranch because I'm going to see if Talon made it, and of course if you enter the stable you will see Talon, and he'll say that he'll pretty much be working hard from now on, so that's always nice. And this is the last time I will be visiting Lon Lon Ranch in the game, because at this point I pretty much gotten everything I wanted. Like, the only thing left is to challenge Malon's time on the horse racing thing. Basically, it's pretty much this whole jumping fence game, and if you beat Malon's time, your reward is a cow, which will be delivered to your home in Kokiri Village. So, it's not worth the effort. Besides, they're only good for producing milk, and there are better healing items that I could buy. So, yeah. Anyway, speaking of Kokiri Village, or Forest, we're going to go there now, and we are going to investigate why are there enemies in this once peaceful village. So, yeah. Now, something to expect while you're exploring this thing. The Kokiri kids are, well, they're still alive. However, they have taken refuge inside their houses because of these big monsters. Now, when we start talking to these kids, they will just identify him as an adult, like, hey, you came from the outside and all that stuff? Be careful, there are monsters and all that stuff. Yeah, they will not recognize Link as an adult, because what it is the Kokiri kids are pretty much ageless. They pretty much stay young, they stay kids for ever, unless they are killed. So, and Link, being an adult now, means there's something different about Link. I mean, and we will find out this difference after we beat the Forest Temple. So yeah, the Kokiri are safe, they've taken refuge and all that stuff. Now, this ponders the question, where in between the 7 years Link was asleep, these monsters first appeared. Because, well, I mean, when Link was still little, there were no monsters. And pretty much when things start getting worse under Ganondorf's rule, there are monsters. So, yeah. Anyway, they keep, these people are telling Link that Saria went to the Forest Temple to see if they can stop the monsters. And, if you just saw that one kid, like, they explained that Mido's been spreading rumors that Link killed the Deku Tree, and because of the Deku Tree's death, there are all these monsters appearing, and so yeah, they're pretty much like pointing blame at Link. But to be fair, the Deku Tree was about to die anyway, so regardless. But unfortunately, the only witness to death was Link and Navi. And Mido sees Link coming from the Deku Tree, so yeah, that's just more Mido being mean and all that stuff. Some things will never change between the guy. Well, I take it back. Things will change because, well, we'll find out later on in this playthrough. Trust me about it. Anyway. So yeah, all the Kokiri are safe, which begs to differ, why don't the monsters actually go inside the houses? I mean, I know they're plant things limited to one space, but the mad scrubs can actually get off their plants and go inside and shoot their Deku Nuts at the Kokiri kids. But it would probably be too dark to do such an act, so Yeah. Anyway, let's go in the Lost Woods and head towards the Sacred Forest Meadow. And of course, thankfully there are no monsters in the immediate pathway. Now, when we get to the pool shortcut that leads to Zora's Domain, there is Mido again. As you can see before, he's blocking your way. Yep. Some things never change, don't they, Mido? And of course, again, because Link is an adult, he will not recognize him. And of course, he will not let anybody through. So what you're going to do is whip out the ocarina and play Saria's song, thus identifying you as a friend of Saria, and Mido will let you pass. So, yeah. Why, yes, I do. Yes. So Mido does see a resemblance of the younger Link in the adult Link. Well, that's because they're the same person, obviously, but yeah, Mido does not know that. So yeah. Anyway, continue onward until we get to Sacred Forest Meadow. And one begs the question, how did Saria manage to get to the Forest Temple, if she made it to the Forest Temple? Because once we reach the Sacred Forest Meadow, we will be encountering a brand new enemy. Yeah, that's right. There are no longer mad scrubs protecting the way. Instead, the enemy inside the maze-like area, they've actually been in past Zelda games before, so this will not be a new occurrence. These enemies are known as the Moblins. The Moblins, again, they're a past Zelda enemy, and, well, in this game, which their only appearance is in this area, what they'll do is they'll try and stab you, and if they spot you, so what you basically have to do is you have to navigate this maze thoroughly, like use the Z targeting positioning trick to see through the corners and see the Moblins. Now the thing is though, you gotta be careful to watch your step, because even though if like you are behind them when their backs are turned, if they hear you, they will turn around and they will shish kebab you. They will stab you with their spears, and that can hurt a bit. So yeah. So basically, if you want to do this thing the fair and square way, you gotta Z target so that you'll be able to see them out of the corner, like this guy right here. Now, the thing is about the whole Moblins things, they've been known to appear in different forms. They can appear in pig format, like Ganon, or, like in this case, they appear more bulldog-ish. So yeah, once they are going the other way, their backs turned to you, you can shoot them in the back with the hook shot. And also the camera angle, it's no longer the upward angle like you were a kid when you had to deal with mad scrubs. We are pretty much on even levels, so that's pretty much making things a little more complicated. Anyway, we could do it the old-fashioned way, or if you went to Lake Hylia first and got the Scarecrow song, what you can do is, you saw me just a few moments ago play the Scarecrow song, which made Pierre appear. It's because Nave turned green and hovered over a spot. And because Pierre has appeared and we have the hook shot, that means we can hook shot Pierre to go on top of the maze, and we can actually walk across the hedges without dealing with these guys. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to kill one of these Moblins, like this guy right here. One, because even though I have created a hookshot point, there's a chance that I can get skewered while trying to hookshot up to Pierre. And two, since I'm pretty much going to walk across the hedges, I want to show you how to kill these things properly. I want to illustrate the danger of these Moblins patrolling the area. So yeah. So folks, it would be a good idea to go to Lake Hylia first in this adventure to get the Scarecrow song, so you don't have to deal with this. See how my movements attracted the Moblin and forced me to get out of the way? Because if he saw me, he would stab me with the spear. And there he goes. With that one dead, I'm going to go ahead, hookshot Pierre right here, and walk across the hedges. Now, folks, this would be considered, I don't know, the coward's way out, but I don't want to deal with these guys, honestly. I just want to get through here in one piece. See how I can jump across and they can't hurt me? You can't touch me, you can't touch me, nee, 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 nee. Oh, and that ladder down there that leads to that isolated area, that's actually a fairy fountain. If I hadn't said so already, I'm saying it again. Because, well, yeah. Alright, I'm waiting for this moblin to pass by so I can just hop straight down and climb up the stairs. And that way, over there, and this guy over here, it's a club moblin. And what he does is he will ram his club along the ground, along the path that you are currently running, so all you have to do is go from side to side. And once you get behind the club moblin, just stun him with the hook shot, and then just stab him to death, and yeah. And by doing so, we get 20 rupees. Alright, we're done with that. Now head over to the area here, and there's no Saria. Anyway, folks, this cutscene here, Sheik will appear, and he will teach you what's called the Warp Songs, the first one of this game. Yeah, we learned our first warp song, and when we play it, we will warp to this exact spot where that platform is to Link's left. So, if you wanted to save the game and you start at the Temple of Time, you can play the song and come straight back here to face the first temple. So, I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and get ready to handle the first temple because I don't really need a warp. I have everything I need right now. And folks, we are going to go inside the Temple of Time, not the Temple of Time, the Forest Temple, and hopefully find Saria and figure out what's the deal with all these monsters. So, yeah. This is it. This will be also Link's first adult dungeon, so it's going to be a bit harder than the others. See you in part 24.